I don't know, man. I see this title and I think, uh-oh. Because I feel you when it comes to commute. Morning commute specifically in a big city, that's the best thing about working remote. Anytime I had to drive, where it didn't matter if the job was a physically demanding job, mentally demanding job, the commute is its own stressful thing in a big city. There's always some craziness. Am I the asshole for not acting happy when my wife saw me on our morning commute? So I was driving to work this morning and I'm getting close to my exit. I'm driving along in the middle lane, past this slower car in the right lane, and I'm about to switch lanes when the car in the right lane suddenly speeds up, blocking my access to that lane. Automatically, I'm annoyed and I look over to see what the hell is wrong with that driver. Turns out it's my wife, and she's smiling and waving, happy to see me on her way to work. I don't wave back or smile. Keep in mind, I'm already annoyed at the driver speeding up to block my way, trying to make my exit, and caught by surprise to see my wife. Uh-oh. 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 So first paragraph, I don't think you're an asshole for being mad at this, because if any other person did that, my window would be rolled down, things would be said to that person. You know what I mean? But it's your wife. I'm not going to lie to you, though. There's something about seeing your wife in a public situation that kind of softens the blow a little bit. Like, hey, you might have potentially put us in danger because you sped up and I was trying to get over. But man, am I happy to see you smile. You know, that's the simp behavior that happens when you have a person that you love a lot. Okay. But she shouldn't be doing that. That's not safe, man. That's not safe. My wife sends me a message when she gets to work saying she was sad I didn't wave back, but I figured she was joking and forgot about it. Later tonight, she brought it up and we ended up having a mini argument over it. Turns out her feelings were actually hurt by me not acting happy to see her. So just explain the situation, man. Did you reply to the message she sent later? If she sent you, listen, if I'm in that situation, I might be mad. Heat of the moment, I might be. But when I get to work, if she messages me, I'm just going to be like, hey, listen, I was trying to make my exit and you sped up, so I thought you were just some asshole or whatever. So that's why I was grumpy. I was a little mad. I was trying to make the exit. You know, I felt like you were just some dude that was going to cause an accident or whatever. But I still love you. You know, you could explain the situation. You don't want to ignore. You don't want to do the silent treatment thing. That makes things worse. From my point of view, I was kind of annoyed because I could have missed my exit or worse, gotten in an accident. True. I just don't think the freeway at 7 a.m. is the place to do that. From her point of view, she was trying to make a connection and show love, and I didn't reciprocate that. Am I the asshole for not waving back to my wife on the freeway when I was trying to change lanes and make my exit? I'll say this is a hard one. This is like I don't want to say everyone sucks here, because I understand where you're coming from and I understand where she's coming from. That being said, she needs to chill with the driving like that. You don't need to speed up and do something like that near an exit just to wave. I don't like when people look away from the road in general, especially on a highway. In the morning, during morning commute, you look away for 2 seconds and instantly you're crashing into somebody. But after the fact, I feel like you could have explained it better, you know? A little communication. I know this is Reddit, so the consensus is probably you need to leave her immediately, or she needs to leave you because you don't love her, or you need to leave her because she's a danger, she's going to get you killed. But my opinion is you both probably just need to communicate a little better, you know? Or she's doing a fine job communicating, actually. She seems to communicate with you a lot. You need to communicate back exactly why, you were upset. Like, I get where you should come from, man. Because, like, not even driving, but, like, if I was at work, and my wife was working or whatever, or, just doing whatever, and maybe she stopped to get lunch somewhere, and then she stopped by to, give me lunch, like, she picked up something for me, too. Like, that's, like, one of the most enjoyable things ever, quite frankly. But, I can't really genuinely, this is, I guess, everyone sucks here for different reasons. You're the asshole, but not for being caught off guard, but rather for initially ignoring her when she said she was sad. She made 2 bids for your attention that morning, and both were ignored, rebuffed. 16K, Jesus, 16K likes on that, or upvotes, whatever. He is so not the asshole. I would be pissed as hell if my spouse would be stupid enough to put me in a potentially dangerous situation on the highway just because she wanted to wave to me. Luckily, I'm married to not only a beautiful, but also a smart and considerate wife. I don't believe you. You know what else is stupid? Passing a car right before you need to exit. That's actually, that's a very valid point too. If you're that close to the exit, why weren't you in the exit lane sooner? That's an interesting point. Because if I'm driving to work, I'm already in the exit lane for a while, but that's mainly because I'm aware of how traffic is. I might as well already get over about a half a mile before the exit, maybe even a mile, depending on the day and how bad traffic is. I might as well go ahead and get over in that lane because it's going to be annoying for me further up. You know what I mean? Just depends on the area. But yeah, don't try to get over at the last minute, man. I understand that. I still don't think he's an asshole for being bothered in the heat of the moment. We need to cherish our wives, man. Life is short. You have a built-in best friend and lover who supports you and loves you. This is a rarity. True, man. This is a rarity. What I find interesting on Reddit and YouTube and even Twitter is the like traditional men who want traditional stay-at-home wives. Whenever somebody else kind of has that, but they don't like agree with everything they say, you know, whenever somebody has like a wife and kids and, you know, they're happy and everything and they like the idea of that, but if the guy that has that is like, hey, you're aware that if you want that, there's some things about you that you're going to need to work on. They're like, what? They get very upset. I know how frustrating the daily commute is, but you can't let those inconsiderate and entitled drivers bother you. It isn't worth it. I mean, I kind of think like if I was in the same situation, I'd look over and be like, oh, let me get over. Like, I would be like, I would like, what the, oh, hey, I need to get in that lane. Can you come to a complete stop? Can you block the hole? Can you just let me slide in front of you real quick? You're my wife. You got to let me do that. Let's ruin the day for everyone else. Try to make every day count and share that with your wife. There's too much hate in the world. Combat it by prioritizing her and making her happy. True. We should all try to do that more. Myself included. You know, we don't always get it right, but you know, when you find that person, man, you really gotta appreciate it. Instead of reassuring your wife that you even like her, you decide to argue with her about your God-given right to straight up ignore her whenever you're grumpy in traffic. Also, you're a shitty driver who tried to hurry up and pass someone right before your exit. And then you're all pissy, traffic doesn't move out of your way fast enough. I mean, it is interesting. I didn't even think about it that way. He is obviously trying to speed up. But I don't know. Make that exit sooner. Controversial, I gotta imagine, is interesting. There's gotta be some not the assholes here. These initial comments are wild, lol. Not the asshole, because not only was this unsafe, it's inconsiderate, and then to be actually upset about it is wild. Maybe try, I'm always happy to see you, but I was distracted paying attention to the road, as you should have been. In the future, just text me, saw me on the road, and bid me a good day at work, then I can reply with all the loveliness you need. I mean, I don't, like a heat of the moment wave, like a, oh shit, there's my wife. That's a very exciting thing, so I understand that. But you gave him like this is how he could, like, I think this is if he responded this way, then I think that would have been perfectly fine. He didn't respond at all by the sounds of it. He just ignored her ass, and then later they argued about it. That's kind of the problem here. You're the asshole, bucko. If you don't get excited to see your wife on the freeway randomly despite the morning you're having, you need to have a self-reflection moment. Safety first. Fuck trying to be cute. If OP was so concerned about safety, he wouldn't have changed lanes right before. Okay, we're going to get into the exit. I can't judge unless I was there, right? In this situation, how was it really a last minute merge? You know, you probably could have merged quickly, like further back there, and you wouldn't have had to do the whole speed up to get around somebody thing. But I don't know. What is with all the you're the asshole? No, he's not. She could have caused a major I'll tell you what's with the you're the asshole. This is something that people need to understand. I talk about this all the time. There's times where I go against the top comment and I don't go, well, everyone else is wrong. There's a reason why more people have upvoted the you're the asshole. And that's because the majority of people, at least here, think that way. Now, most of the time I'll say am I the asshole is rational. I don't see too many. There's some threads that I read where I'm like, oh God, I'm out of place here. And it's easy for me being the one that feels out of place to be like, these guys are crazy. But at the end of the day, what's going on here is that your opinion on the situation isn't as popular as the other opinion. Just saying. She almost made you miss your exit. She meant well, but she didn't need to speed up to wave at you. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. Husband 101. I think you can be mad in the moment, man. I think you can be mad in the moment. Especially since you were probably, if it was anyone else, you probably would have gone insane. But then, you know, you think 5 minutes later, we have these kinds of arguments from time to time too, where like 5 minutes later we're like, was it really? Did we really need to be that upset? And we calm down, and you can explain the situation. You're the asshole. You didn't recognize your wife or her license plate. Somebody is happy to see you. Your priority is driving aggressively. Driving aggressively? What? Is this the guy? This guy is like really mad about the being cute thing. Is this the same guy? It has to be. Lucky lavishness. It is. Fuck trying to be cute on the highway. Hubs always dropped me off for work as he did construction all over the place. I get I wasn't trying to change lanes, but once you realized it was your wife, didn't that give your heart a little happy jump? How did he not recognize her car? I mean, yeah, I was about to say this person. There's generic cars. Some people experience the happy jump, some don't. But I don't know. I just find it speeds over 70. Like you're assuming that you're going over 70. I mean, they could be going 70 to make the exit. Trying to make the exit at the last second, you're going to need to slow down anyways. Why are you making a last minute attempt at the exit going 70 miles per hour? It's probably going to immediately try to get you to slow down to 20 or 30 or whatever. Could be, it depends on the exit. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. These people are like, what's the deal with most people not thinking the way that I think? And it's like, that's how it is, man. You'll be okay. You know, I've had plenty. There was one about peeing standing up that I disagreed with because I'm a stand-up peer for reasons. Okay. That video was actually flagged by YouTube for certain things I discussed. So we won't go too far into it, but you know, there's certain reasons why some people prefer to not sit down when they pee. She's the asshole. She blocked your exit in 7 a.m. traffic. I mean, I think that I don't really think either of you are huge assholes in the situation. It kind of depends, you know, were you making a last minute exit? How tight was it really? You know what I mean? But both of you have, I would say, valid reasons to be mad. You know, you need to communicate with her better. She needs to chill the traffic driving. Dear God, nobody died, you know, so. And it's hard to tell how serious the situation was. If there were no cars in front of him for a while, I'd imagine that it wasn't a super huge deal. If she sped up, I can't imagine there were a lot of cars in front of her either. But you get the idea. She speeds up, you can slow down and go behind her. But then maybe she'd slow down. I don't know. I can't really hate either of you in this situation because commuting sucks. And him being mad the whole day and like ignoring messages is wild. Just communicate, man. Just communicate.